Hey everyone, before we dive deep into this, smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with your people. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments because this one is wild, messy, and full of irony. Picture this. Tiffany Henyard steps up at a township event and asks the audience, "Did any of y'all know about the budget meeting on Saturday?" Expecting dead silence. Instead, 3 people raised their hands and soon after, the rest shouted, "Yes, we knew." That's the moment she realized she'd tripped herself up. She stumbled, paused, changed her tone, clearly trying to backtrack mid-sentence. The crowd saw right through her. This clip? It's powerful because it shows the moment Tiffany went from command to confusion in real time. Here's the backstory. Those Saturday secret meetings she claimed the trustees held behind closed doors, they weren't secret, they weren't. Just meetings she skipped. The trustees met twice a month, often in her absence, and would appoint Trustee House as mayor pro tem to keep things moving. Tiffany accused them of undermining her authority, but really, they were doing the job she chose to ignore. That's not conspiracy, it's just governance in that moment. She confronted the crowd, playing the outraged leader who felt excluded. She asked, "They didn't even tell me." But the crowd flipped the script. That's what made this clip viral worthy, her shock when they told her yes, they were informed. Her authority cracked as quickly as the trust she'd built. And let's talk about transparency here. Budget meetings at 9 a.m. on a Saturday? It's not accessible. That's strategic avoidance. These meetings lacked context, real explanations, or engagement just numbers thrown out with no breakdown. Meanwhile, she claims she's all about public input, but only when the spotlight's on her terms. There's more. She locked the municipal building at one point. Trustees had to move meetings outside or hold them on Zoom. She said they chose that themselves, but why would elected officials willingly sit through wind and bugs if they had access inside? Her logic doesn't hold up. And in the clip, you can almost hear the motion already being made to appoint a new supervisor while she was still talking, meaning yes, they'd already moved on. This clip isn't just political theater, it's transparency in action. One illusion shattered as reality stepped in. A leader who claimed oversight and earned attention revealed she'd been absent when action mattered most. It's wild how this kind of footage doesn't go viral at the time it's buried. We can see it clearly. She stood there questioning silence, only to be answered with reverberations of truth. That's exactly what we need to shine a spotlight on. So what's your take? Was Tiffany ducking responsibility all along? Did she lose touch with reality in pursuit of image over service? Let me know in the comments below. If you felt that moment of irony deep in your soul, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're tired of appearances and overthought PR all. While nothing real gets done? And let me tell y'all something, this wasn't no discussion about whether they were going to replace her. That part was already handled. What had her really hot was that while she thought they were showing up to talk township business, they were already mid-vote on her replacement. Like it was done. Signed, sealed, delivered. They named a new mayor. Pro tem right then and there, and you already know she blew a gasket. "He's not the mayor," she snapped. "Baby girl, ... He wasn't the mayor then, but now? Oh, he definitely is. She was the mayor was. Past tense. That ship has sailed, and sis is still out here clinging to the anchor. Hey look, mayor pro tem just means temporary mayor when the mayor is unavailable. It's what it means, sweetie. Not a secret coup, not a scandal. Just someone stepping up when the actual mayor disappears, like a ghost during crucial meetings. Now here's where it gets messy. One breath, she's saying, "I was available." The next breath, she's like, "I was denied access." Which one is it? Were you blocked? Were you outside, floating above the building like a budget season phantom? Or were you just conveniently unreachable till it was too late? Sis said I wasn't there, but I was alive when it happened. Girl, what does that even mean? This ain't no episode of Ghost Adventures. Pick a story and stick to it. And then she pulls the whole, "They only told me about the meeting at 9:15 for a noon Zoom" narrative-like. That's supposed to be the smoking gun. But let's be real. That was a courtesy. a last-second Hail Mary in case she actually wanted to do her job. And instead of showing up, she used that one email as her whole defense. Like there weren't dozens of other notices, calendars, announcements. The girl stopped playing, but then she decides to turn it into a moment. She turns to the audience like she's about to get a standing ovation and goes, "By a show of hands, who even knew about the budget meeting on Saturday at 12 p.m.? And this right here? This is where she messed up, because she expected silence. She thought the crowd would have her back, gas her up like Nuwu. We didn't know either. But baby, the crowd turned on her in real time. Immediately, started raising their hands like, yeah, we knew her face. Shattered, she tried to pivot like just three of y'all. But the room said louder this time. We knew. Ma'am, you asked a direct question and the people answered. You weren't ready for it. That's on you. And let's be clear, that email she got, that was not the official notice. That was just someone being generous. The real notifications, they happened well before that. She's just choosing the one that fits her narrative. It's like showing up to court with a receipt for Taco Bell instead of your court summons, sis. It don't hold up. Then she tries to drag the meeting for not being transparent. Because they didn't explain each budget cut line by line, which sure, we'd all love more explanation, but you can't cry transparency while spinning your own fiction, like a political Netflix original, and then out of nowhere, she throws in this wild flex. I haven't approved a single liquor license in over a year and a half. Okay, why is that a brag? Businesses are dying out here. People can't even open up a simple bar or restaurant. That's not transparency, boo. That's economic suffocation. Your community can't even toast to surviving under your leadership. Meanwhile, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Her man Kamal be looking like he just walked out of a smoke session at Area 51. We can see the aura through the screen. Sis talking about no liquor licenses in this town, and Kamal back there looking like he invented edibles. The math is not ma thing, and here's the kicker. She didn't deny licenses because folks didn't qualify. She denied them because she didn't want to. That's why there's no nightlife, no bar culture, no vibe. Businesses can't thrive if they're getting strangled by one person's personal preferences. You want to talk about economic development? Start by letting people serve a cocktail. Then she jumps back into the budget. Line items like she's cracking the Da Vinci Code. Vehicle licenses dropped from $95,000 to $70,000. Fire recovery revenue from $75,000 to $20,000. Fines from $25,000 to $15,000. Bond proceeds down from $1.2 million to $1.1 million. All those little Tiffany taxes getting erased one line at a time. The trustees were just cleaning house, and the whole time, she's trying to stand tall in front of the crowd like this is her redemption arc. But girl, that room already moved on. She asked the room a question and didn't like the answer. That's not slander. That's just facts. So yes, Tiffany. Please, for the love of public service, pick a lane. Are you present or excluded? Alert or ambushed? Because your contradictions are louder than your mic. And the craziest part, she really thought the audience was about to rally for her. Like, they were going to break out in chants. Instead, she got caught slipping. And y'all already know, mama, don't miss when it's time to catch these moments. If it's comedy, if it's chaotic, if it's cringy mind, putting it on the timeline because Tiffany thinks she's 10 steps ahead. She walks into meetings like she's about to deliver a TED Talk and ends up caught in her own pop quiz. And let me tell you something. Never ask a question unless you already know the answer. Because when you don't, you get this. A live mic, a louder truth, and a face that says, oh no, they flipped on me. Let's wrap it up with this. Know your audience. That's Mama's message for today. You can't control the narrative when the people already know what's real. And if you've made it this far, drop a 7 in the comments. Lucky number 7. Let me know who's been riding with Mama this whole time, because y'all lift me up when the tea gets heavy, and Mama loves you deeply, unapologetically, consistently, always.